Yes, in that I made a few changes to the portable altar. I thought I better make another video on how to assemble it. As you can see, I have built a box to put it in that should be able to move around quite easily with a dolly. It's a bit heavy, probably weighs 100 pounds, I suppose. Open it up, and we start taking the pieces out, put them on top of the box. These are the top pieces. Okay, these up there. Take the top pieces out. Lay them against the side of the box. As you disassemble it, the pieces, well, you'll see I put the biggest pieces in the back. Here's the front piece. Set that around the side of the box. Pull out the two corner panels. Set the two corner panels up. Here's one. Let's see, we're in the picture. Yeah, we're in the picture. Okay. Here's one. The right hand. The left hand. And I'll close this up. Grab the center panel. Tight. Oops, I got it backwards. I guess smart is not one of my main attributes here. Okay, let's start one of this. That means I've got that. There we go. Okay. I can do better. Tap it. Make sure you're not wearing really hard shoes. If you are, you gotta get a rubber mallet or something. Then you've got this thing that goes, one goes here. That one's the left-hand one. They're both marked left and right. Simply pull this together tight. Line up the dowel holes. Tap it down. There is another one of those right here. That one's marked with an R. So that's your right hand one. Got one hole here and two holes here, so it's pretty easy to figure out which way it goes. And that pulls the cracks tight. Then you take this one is the leg to the back. That's the new part. I had to cut these in half in order to make the thing light enough. This is the leg. There's a dowel hole right there. You simply line up the dowel hole, poke it together, and that'll support that, you see? Okay? I've got this in a way, so because I'm kind of short on space here, I want to get everything in the camera. I think I am getting everything in the camera. Then you come around over here, slip this in these holes here. There's two dowel holes, two dowel pins there. Tap down. Line this up with the other dowel hole that's here. Now it is set. Okay, then there is another brace here that looks like it goes this way. I should have marked left and right, but anyway, with common sense should be able to figure it out. Here is the right hand top panel. This sits on there like that, right? left-hand top panel slips on like this. It sits there, it's not going anywhere. Gravity's a pretty good thing. Then you have the center panel that slips into the middle. So the only change was to make this thing, cut the back in half so it would fit inside this box. But it does complicate the putting it together just a little bit because you have these two dowels that you have to line up on the leg. Now, depending on the floor that you're setting it up on, there may or may not be a high spot in the middle. And if there is, well, you can adjust the leg in and out like that to make it effectively shorter or longer. I have put a Ziploc bag here with a number of screws in it and a small screwdriver. The holes are pre-drilled, so they're really quite easy to drive. If you want a longer screwdriver, then you're welcome to provide one for yourself. But this is what I'm going to put in the package. So, drive these 4 screws, and that is what gives the thing its rigidity. Someone suggested that I use dowels here too. Yeah, if the top was thicker, I could have done that. But the top is only 1/4 inch, but I want to keep the weight down. So it's really not thick enough for dowels. But it was a good suggestion. I guess you'd have to design it a little heavier in order to do that. There you go. Now, this altar is put together. It's finished. And as you can see, it's quite sturdy. And I think it'll do the job. There is, I don't know what that takes. 3 minutes to set up. So I don't think anybody should have a problem figuring out how this thing goes together. If they do, they can watch the video again. So that's about it. I suppose, well, why don't I just continue the video and do the takedown procedure, all right? And I'm going to put it in the box a little bit differently this time. I'm going to put the first pieces that I take off in the box first. I'm going to move this out a little so I can get to everything a little quicker, a little easier. So as I take the panels off, I'll put them in a box, and that way I won't have to take everything out, or whoever puts it together next time won't have to take everything out and stack it alongside the box here. So, now these screws are really pretty easy because I've driven them in the holes. Oh, I don't know, this must be about the 6th or 7th time I've driven screws in those holes. So it really is, they really are getting pretty easy. The threads are pretty well impressed in the wood by now. So there's the screws. Ziploc bag, obviously. Center panel. Okay, let's move this out a little bit more so I can get this box open. There's not a latch on the box, there's just 4 dowel pins here to hold everything together. There's just 4 screws to take the whole thing apart. It's really not difficult at all. My microphone just fell off. That's great. come on. So now this comes off, this little, there's 4 3/8 dowels there that hold that all together. Set them on top, remove this. Alright, dowel pin there, 2 dowel pins here. Stand it up. Again, 2 dowel pins over there, dowel pin here. Put screws in the back on top of the smaller pieces. Kick this apart. Oops, I gotta take this off, these 2 majiggers. Left and right with the dowel pins. Gently kick that apart. In the box it goes. In the box. There's always more than one way to skin a cat. Nobody would have to put this together just exactly the way I do. People come up with their own procedures, I'm sure. Keep it in there. You have to lift up just a pinch on this, get the dowel pins to intersect, and there you go. It's all taken apart and put away. Again, maybe 3 minutes. Well, I hope the video was helpful, and I hope that everybody finds it very easy to put together. Thanks.